start to show off.
Certain age, nobody care about you no more. Nobody cares.
Right.
If it ain't your family, nobody in the world cares that you succeed or that you're happy or that you're healthy or you're any of them things, right? So you have to do that yourself. You have to set yourself up, because when you come from where we come from, evolution is something that people don't really want to see you do.
Right.
They want to see you stay
you
right
there.
Stay
right here. Like, that's when people say, I miss the old. Like, what do you mean?
I'd be like,
it's all me.
I'd be like, me too, but you won't see him.
All right, cool. I like that. I like that, man. Yeah, man. A lot of times people do not want to see you elevate. Everybody's used to you being, how they met you, right? So if you were down and out, people still want you to be down and out. They don't want you to elevate at all. But life is about change, right? And if anybody ever told you that you've changed, then you need to take that as a compliment, right? We do not live this life to remain the same. and we don't live this life to keep the same friends either. Same environment. You know what I'm saying? Like, anything that you keep too long gets stale, right? Y'all know food. If you keep food too long, I don't care how long you keep it out, it's going to go stale eventually. So, I mean, I'm a person that, I've evolved, right? I literally in my 20s at one point had cut off everybody. Like, I literally stopped texting people because I was in a transformation stage and I wanted my life to be better than where it was. And so I stopped texting people. I stopped hanging out unless they text me. And what I noticed was nobody does care. Nobody cares. For real. Like, I encourage y'all out there, all the people that you think that's in your corner, all the friends that you think you got, just stop texting for like a week, maybe even 2 weeks, and see if your phone rings, if it happens, if they're actually asking you to hang out. Just try it. That was one of the most scariest things that I did. Not my scariest things, but I didn't want to lose my friends, and I didn't want the reality that people were really just using me, and I had to find it out the hard way. You know what I found out? It's exactly what happened. I stopped picking up that phone, and my phone did not ring. They wasn't asking me for drinks. They wasn't asking me to go out unless I initiated it. And that's when I learned the harsh reality that people only want you when it benefits them. So don't be nobody's fool, like my daddy would say. Don't be nobody's fool out here. And if you are changing, you should change. Absolutely. You should be changing, if not every year, every couple years. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to save you. Man or woman. No one's coming to save you. From you, right? No one's coming to save you from you. You have to figure out these things sometimes. There are some things in life that are just on you to figure out. And you could try to crowd it with all this stuff, whether you're buying a bunch of stuff, whether it's a bunch of people around you, all that's cool. But eventually you got to figure it out on your own. It's the truth. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to tell you the truth. And the truth is, this world is really lonely if you don't figure this out. When you can learn to do things by yourself, walk amongst this earth, and can look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm happy and I'm proud of who I am, me, myself, without having anybody else tell me, and I need no one else's validation, you are a very strong person in this life. When you can stand alone, because the truth is, you're born here, mostly, you're alone, and you're going to die alone. So when you're amongst this earth and you're trying to figure things out, you also got to be alone too. I don't know if y'all ever felt this way, but I could be in a room full of thousands of people and still feel alone. Not in a bad way, but because I know who I am. I'm comfortable who I am. I don't have to disguise or be a chameleon in any reason. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody really cares about you for real. I mean, meaning friends-wise. But you got to change. You got to evolve all the time. And if you ever heard that you changed, that's a good thing, not a bad thing. People want you to stay at the same place they met you at. And that's not the people you want to be around. It's okay to be alone. It's okay to look yourself in the mirror. But when you can look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am a good person, I like where I've become, I like the things that I've accomplished, you good. You good. And Orders brings up a good point. Some people's family are great, but not everybody's family is great. Sometimes you want your family to support you in the thing that you have a dream for, that you yearn for, that you've been studying for, that you've been literally, trying to figure out, and your family won't support you. And it will stop the biggest dreamer sometimes. Don't let that be you. Because sometimes your family won't support you. Sometimes, I hate to say this, sometimes your family is the biggest toxic thing in your life. The people in your family can be the most toxic people that you have in your circle. You just have to recognize and realize how toxic they are. Because even family won't support you. Last thing before I get off this topic. Hence, I'm on YouTube, right? I've been blessed to be able, at this point, to have about almost 5,500 people click the subscribe button. Hopefully by the time somebody sees this video, it's at 100,000. But I have 5,500 people click the subscribe button and rock with my channel for whatever reason. There are some people in my family that rock with it. And there's some people in my family and friends that don't rock with it. But if I were to depend on them to support me for my dream, I wouldn't be talking to y'all. Sometimes it's the stranger and the other person that sees more potential in you than your family or your friends. So I'm not doing this for the people in my family that may rock with me or may not. I'm doing it because I have a dream, I have a vision, and I'm going to accomplish that. And there's more people out there than the people inside my circle. There's billions of people out here in the world. I don't need all these billions of people to rock with me. I may only need a couple tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands. I don't need all billions of them. Same thing that comes with you. Whatever you're trying to do, business or whatever, you don't need billions of people to rock with you. You just need a small group. Your small group can still be a huge army, like 300. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing that came to my mind. I'm going to get off this. I hope this somewhat inspired you. If you've seen this on the replay, if you're watching this live, listen, man. Like I said, no one's going to come and save you. But at the same time, you got to be able to look yourself in the mirror and be proud of who you are. That's it. Just be proud of who you are. Of course, you can do more. Of course, you can be like this. And of course, you can go get that. And of course, just be proud of who you are, man. God created you. So be happy being yourself, man. Forget what society is telling you, what you should say, what you should wear, what you should do. Do what you want to do, man. Do what you want to do. And stop worrying about what everybody else think about you. It's exhausting. And they don't care no way. They'll talk about you for a little bit of time. What's that going to do? They'll talk about you for a couple minutes. Maybe they'll talk about you for a while. But are you happy? That's all I got to say about that. Shout out to Steph Jeff in the building. She says, I agree with you for once. I read that like literally in real time. Yeah, wow. Well, you probably won't agree with me once, probably in about 20 minutes. But I do appreciate, the interaction. You know what I'm saying? She rocks with me on that one. Let me read Orders' comment. He says, no one texts to say hi anymore unless you text them first. But sad but true. I learned that the hard way. I literally said, I'm not going to message nobody. Like I said, I think I was about 24, maybe 24, 25. And I didn't. And I'm talking about all that happened was my phone rang for work. My mom called me. My girl, who's now my wife, would call me. That was about it. Like when I legit just said, I'm not even going to say what's up, how you doing, blah, blah, blah. I just went off the face, and then it went on for months. And I said, F it. And I started working on myself. I did the disappear for a year thing, and I started literally becoming a better person. I started becoming smarter. I started getting into things that were making me better. I had more time for myself, and I learned to be comfortable with who I am. Like, I don't need nobody to rock with me.